Oh, what up, Yoti? Shh. Acting like you's a fine bitch at the club, don't want to talk to me. And that's when...
Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale.
Yes.
There's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
But I was at the
So
bottom.
your uncle isn't with you?
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherja, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with a Akashic.
All the more reason to
Show me
go.
a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best
And out
to
of
shore up
ideas.
the hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so.
Now, what news? Across the Narrow. On the straight and narrow. The power of ice. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon Shiva's essence. Attuning with Shiva not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities such as Ice Age, which forcefully knocks back enemies great distances. Details in the ability stamp. Shiva's feet. Cold Snap can be used to swiftly move left and right, forward or back to either dodge attacks or close in on an enemy. That might actually be pretty useful.
I should visit Joshua. Assuming Talia will allow it.
August, I swear to Jesus and all his apostles.
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the forge and all that. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing out ether like no one's business.
Oh, a
And
flood.
the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area is either turned, or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten.
Why aren't
Something
you
ain't
there?
done soon. The whole place will be overrun.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
No. It's better this way.
Maybe it's better this way.
I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm off. I'll see you in Dravost.
Oh. You, goatee.
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
I do.
Here you go.
Under new management in Northreach. Okay. Rekindling the flame at Martha. Stop sending me to the same place over and over and over again. Eyes in the sand. Trading places. Making public. Tabor. Blood. Bomboklad. And Dallam.
Always something in
Quite
there.
a bit. There is quite a bit to do, yes. Another plus down there, which is in the dungeon. I'm guessing more consumables, which means I have to talk to Owain again. Yeah, I'm gonna take a small briggy, get some food, and then we'll continue. No, wait, actually, let me look at Shiva first. Wait, 3,000 for Cold Snap. In any direction, attacking onto while sliding can temporarily freeze enemies. Well, if I can't link this to any other icons, then I might skip it anyways. Diamond dust. Before dealing massive ice damage and knocking them back. This seems a little like a knockback gameplay, which is not my preferred type of gameplay. Summon a colossal ice crystal that deals continuous damage to all enemies that become trapped inside it. Ice Age, sure. River of Icicles that greatly knocks back any enemy it strikes. Hold button to increase potency. Multiple ice shards. This was right. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't appeal to me all that much, if I'm honest. Right, there was impulse, wasn't there? That I could use instead of. Like this is actually kind of handy, and I think I will replace it with goat. Come to think of it. Master that. I'll keep this in just in case. But the handy thing here is that it's a fire and forget thing. Which helps, so I won't constantly get hit by stuff as I'm going through the skill. Yes. This Judgment Bolt. Earth and Fury. I mean... yeah. Let's go with this. Okay, so first things first, let's just head to mid-dungeon. Get that shit out of it. I swear if it's Owain again, I'm not entirely sure if I can deal with his existence. Oh,
How was she?
God. I'm just gonna... You are no...
Don't
Yes,
tell me.
I
need more bomb
can't
ash.
with this dude, honestly.
No, I'm working on bringing a nice. It's got a reverberatory
Smelter,
hood over the top.
reverberatory hood over
for
the top.
additional 30.
You sound
Let's
like you
just say
touch
It
kids.
gets very blimmin' hot. Only Mytho engines get hotter. Trouble is, we won't be able to make it. And I hear you once
Help
helped.
to Helena. Yes, I did. I'll talk to Helena.
For
Is
the
this
good of the
okay?
hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Can we just agree on that?
Oh, it is.
So,
We've got a couple of examples.
more fallen materials.
stuff.
So this smelter
Okay.
is similar.
That's right. They're a bit like, and what's more, we've collected as many.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
That's it, and we're only 3 short, mind. And
3.
we know there's one up
That's it.
and another
Amber.
in the Silent South. Over
You're
in
sending me all over the
Right
place.
then.
It'll do.
Okay. Sure. As long as it means I don't have to talk with you ever again. Lost Bloom for spherical echoes, Advent for spherical echoes, and the Silent So. For so-and-so. We shall read what love letters have been delivered in my absence.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for a lesson?
Hail to you, milady. Is
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts?
a lemon tart? I'll take a strawberry cheese tart, if that's okay.
Trouble with your gear, or
I just want something new,
What do you
really.
want?
Ice brand. There we go. And it's better than what I've got. It's only by 3, by 5. Yet deep was Frost's bite, leaving her fell mark upon their skins. I don't see a reason why not.
No scratches, right?
No promises there, but I'm gonna try. Still can't reinforce any of this. Nope, figured as much.
Anything else?
Now let's take a look at this thing. It doesn't have an actual hilt. I mean, it's got a grip, sure, but it's lacking sort of the... It looks more like a spike. But a pretty sexy spike. Thanks, Black.
Don't tell me we've run out of pep.
Stew's awful.
Okay, no, let's... Who? Oscar? Oh, right, you're the dude. Alright, let's hear it.
I heard about Eastpool. That some of my fellow Guardians are to build a new home there. Both for themselves and for Madame Martha's bearers. Is it true?
It's true.
Yes, it is,
The
actually.
village is to be rebuilt.
We gotta rebuild.
I have many fond memories of Eastpool. When I
Oh,
was
feel
a
free
child,
to,
we would visit my aunt and uncle often. They would lavish attention upon me as if I were the son they never had.
you probably
I
were.
went to see Aunt Hannah after my uncle passed away, but not nearly as often as I should have.
Oscar, I'd like you to assist Sir Wade in the rebuilding efforts.
But my lord, my training is not yet complete. I couldn't possibly.
I don't want you
I might
here.
not be the easiest of masters, but I'm not as hard-hearted as that. Go. Be with your aunt. Rebuild her home. Is what she would have wanted.
You don't know
Yes,
this.
my lord.
You've never
Thank
even
you,
heard a rumor about
my
this. Alright, your time here was short, but I'm gonna miss you. I promise to look solemnly at your funeral and all that. Now, what new stuff has been Hanged Man signboard, sure, and the Continental Sensor. Sure, slowly growing. Let's read some. That's quite a lot. On our own terms. I regret that both you and the lump had to get all tangled up in the wicked weave of my sordid past, but thanks to your meddling, I was finally able to put to rest matters that were left too long to fester. And with that finally done, might be I can sit back and enjoy this new world of yours you're so keen on creating. One don't need a pair of eyes to see the good you've done, Karen. Who are you, and what have you done with Karen? This is irregular behavior. I appreciate it, though. Matayarinos. Clive, I cannot begin to thank you enough for all you've done for Lost Wing. So, in lieu of any awkward remerciements... Is that a word? Remerciements? I shall be sending several barrels of next season's vintage. I can only hope they finally turn you off that foamy swill you and yours so covet. Quentin. If it tastes better than what I'm currently drinking, I see no reason to say no. Riddle. We've done the riddle, right? Yeah. A healer's place. Thank you for helping me guide my mentor free from his mortal coil. That's not a proper sentence. Contrary to what the madding crowds, isn't it maddening? Contrary to what the madding crowd believes, we physicers are not without our limits. I cannot hope to cure every ill, mend every wound, save every life. The only medicine that will see you home safe without fail is prevention. Not that this knowledge will ever stop any of you from chasing down some behemoth for its toenails. Taria, you are definitely not incorrect. And I do apologize up front. Oh shit, Doris. Sir, I and the other Cursebreakers have grown concerned regarding the well-being of our captain. Despite the apparent unrest her recent investigations have visited upon her, Lady Doris refuses all offers of assistance. If it is not too much trouble, I would ask that you please speak with the captain and learn what troubles her so deeply. The coal train. Can do.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me, but I can speak to her at least.
And so we shall. Right over there.
Come back.
Oh, what up, Yoti? Shh. Acting like you's a fine bitch at the club, don't want to talk to me. Fine, I get it.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
Well then.
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
Who
looking for
the
Doris.
hell are you?
Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going herself. Alone.
And what is
Did
the
she?
mission?
What was the mission?
What is the...
Following up on some new information.
Thank
Once
you
they'd
kindly.
settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment. And about their captor.
The slaver
probably
Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the Beastmen.
There we go.
I'll go and find her. She's at Martha's Rest, you say?
If she's not moved on already, yes. I hope everything's alright.
Why aren't
Would
you...
Doris insist on going alone?
Yeah.
Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
We can, I mean, I'm probably going to Martha's Rest anyways, right? Because why wouldn't there be a new quest there? It seems that I'm spending more time. There's a lot. Why is this? Let's just start here, I guess. Hello. And work our way down from the top. Take it from the top, Tony. That's a bit further away than I would have wanted, but... And there's one at El Dame's place.
But there were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
Those things I said before.
Alright, let's hear it. What you want, Isabel?
Oh, Clive. What am I to do?
Die in a
My
ditch
wards
somewhere,
and
I
I
don't
may
know.
soon be without a home.
Ooh,
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
The High Cardinal.
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government.
That's quite high up,
Many of
that
those
is.
things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold.
Ah,
A foundation upon which to build a new Sambrec. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants,
yeah, of course.
with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
Do it
Would
for
rob
the
the
people.
populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrec. A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot within it.
I mean, when you
The
put it
captain
like
can
that.
offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men. If it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, Mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation. Least of all when it serves only to elevate others.
And who could blame them?
Clive,
What?
would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf?
And who am
For
I?
your services to Northreach. You have the respect of the soldiers.
I don't
And they will take
feel
you to his
that
eminence if you ask them.
I do,
And unlike Philippe,
like, at all.
no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well, will you try? You could hardly fare any worse than I did.
Why not?
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, where will I find this Duke of Oriflamme? In the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck.
Okie dokes, let's go look at this wannabe Adolf
I may have
Hitler
met this Duke
person.
before, at the Remembrance ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
Knowing you, Clive. You. Wait, it is here then. Why isn't it showing up on the map? Well then, look at this. This
As
is
long
a
as you remain,
poverty-driven
the Veil will see to
miss.
your needs.
Halt.
No.
Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass.
I'm not just any civilian.
But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait
What
here.
heroics?
I'll go and ask.
You know nothing.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid.
Well, about that
tell me,
debt then.
Is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Favor.
Neither, Your Eminence.
Oh.
I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant.
Yeah, sure.
You needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why not just right there
Why here,
behind
Your
you?
Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared. Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place.
You don't even have an emperor.
With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government.
You and
One
what
whose
people?
authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely.
Huh? Have we
The common
met?
folk have little and less, and you mean to
Dandelion.
deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
I'm here, aren't I?
In yours, there will be only beggars. Is
there's
that what Griga wills for her people?
Ooh.
Do not take her name in
There we
vain,
go.
Sabine.
I'll come back later.
Yep. This'll solve itself.
The citizens' revolt.
Can
I
do.
wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose.
Without an empire, there are
begin
no
with those on the other
citizens.
side of the
Have
wall.
you used your eyeballs? Unclouded by hate. They're standing all around you.
Embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself.
Oh. I'll get you an ice pack for that burn.
As long as you remain.
So, oh, it's not showing on the map because I've got more quests going on than are willing to show on my hood. You've been demoted to just Bard, have you?
Legionaries lay limp and lorn, both heads and swords hung low. But at her touch they did rise up to meet their blue-eyed foe.
Keep searching, keep searching. You'll find it one day.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been...
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago, and now you'd have us believe they're just
Okay, let's do some market research. Literally, as in hand. You
I've been
wench.
hearing a lot of talk about a certain Duke.
Nothing good, I'll wager.
I mean...
Going around acting like he owns the place. And with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is.
There we go.
Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
That's 1-0 to the Dame.
Why?
It's my damned bearer. He broke, you see. So where else am I going? Like right over here. What up, Choco Bro?
A question, if you don't mind.
I mind.
What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
Clear language. Clear language.
I heard the dame got an icon to rid the meadows of those guards.
Oh, right here. You, alemonger.
All right there. What is it you're after, sir?
You sound drunk.
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Oh, him.
Him.
Not much. None of us traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'll be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
Tar bucket.
The people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
Do we go back inside and ask El soldiers? I suppose we do.
Those things I said before about not being able to fight.
You didn't mean them. I know. That's not the man you are. The man I love.
Oh, to be young again. You! Street sweep.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. I mean, look around us. You can see the state the realm's in. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire's the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes.
Survival of the fittest, you say? Who are you? There's one straight ahead. At least that's what I thought.
Sabine.
Sabine!
You're embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself.
I should probably just... Oh, up there. I knew that. Serious? You are so serious?
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law.
Okay, so the answer is no.
No one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sanbreque is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefits.
Will you though? Will you really? Or is it just the 1% who will cash everything?
As long as you remain, the veil is...
You. Cynical soldier.
You.
What?
You're the one who was talking to His Eminence.
On the Dame's behalf,
Astute
yes.
observation, yes.
I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but it seems my words fell on deaf ears. What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do, not the other way round. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children. If the Duke can get us the men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it.
You sound like the most irritating chav I've ever come across. Now what? And you're... Right, Captain Felipe.
Captain, do you have a moment?
For you, certainly. Clive, wasn't it? Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
Yes, alright.
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right, I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could tear Northreach apart.
and she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now.
That was easy.
Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
If only those tyrannical world leaders were as dissuaded as easily as that.
Seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
We shall talk with the dame again, try to avoid whatever schmooch she sees fit to plant on our cheek, and get going somewhere around, yeah, there we go. Alright, problem solved. I'll send you the
Clive.
invoice.
How did you fare? Were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was, but...
I say problem solved, no problem has been solved as of yet, but at least I know where the hearts of the people lie.
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. There's no denying that. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good.
For the greater
Just to say they
good.
themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And
Yeah,
not
but if
just
the
because of
orders
Duke's
were to
rank,
change...
but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sanbreque, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying. But the battle is lost.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your
Philippe?
uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation.
Huh.
Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
Why?
Because I realize what really matters to me.
You
Not following
sleazeball.
some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
I suppose that is true.
All of us, standing together.
And we will
always been
all
Northreach's best
go
hope,
down
and one which still
together.
lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe,
Common
for
enemy,
showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking
Should
of
I,
standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Kek und lel. There you go. That was good. That was good. Well
There
then.
may be hope for Northreach yet. Especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause.
I'm just
I,
the
for my
errand
part,
boy.
shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then.
Until when? Quest complete. I think I should have the new renown thingy up at the hideout. And I'll definitely have it once I'm through with all the side quests I'm currently running. Yeah, I guess we'll just cross Clariview and see what it is I was doing there, because I forget. Come on. To kill. I shall donate it to the coffers for the rebuilding of the Empire, that I may see any kind of return on investment later down the line. Bombs out in the field? Really? Do we take the high road or the... Yes, we do. Don't mind me. Now, I've been here once before. I battled some raptors here at the time. Woken, is that a woke bug? Don't do what you... You just zapped my bird. So this was Impulse now, which does seem to be working rather lovely. Batter up. No. And that should almost be enough.
All yours, Torgal.
And ooze.
Now to find this spherical echo.
This Sphecco. Yoink.
This is it. Right then. Just two more to find.
Good boy, Torgal. Just two more to find, and then we can go home and play. Now then. That's one location cleared. Let's just talk to Martha, I suppose. I'm getting kind of tired of this location.
Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
Why aren't you inside? Why am I looking out here? Is she at the brothel?
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
There we go.
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
Just like
Give
old
your
times.
offer some thought, my lady.
All right, let's
How
hear
goes
it.
the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
Cole.
You.
Oh,
I heard you were
same
out here
difference.
on your own, tracking our slaver. I trust you're being careful.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking is an old acquaintance. She's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So, was it a fruitful reunion?
I'd say so. She tried to recruit me. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrec. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort, which she wants me to join. She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can stop her.
Why didn't we slash
I'm
her
going
there
with
and
you.
then, actually?
I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety. Where are they?
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word back to the hideaway.
You don't need to send word to... Well, maybe for the incoming... The influx of new lost souls. Alright, let's hear it.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool.
Why am I
Seeds for
constantly
planting.
doing this?
Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As of those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters.
Yeah, it's gotta be
They
scary.
ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves.
Exactly.
So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well, the Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late.
Okay,
So
I take
Wade's
back
putting
what
a
I
brave
said.
face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
All right.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep him in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
I hate how they pronounce these words. These
Not
words?
the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll
Excuse you,
wither
madam.
away at first frost.
Madame?
Chocobos love 'em
Milady?
too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're just about bearable.
Considering they're bearers, eating them bearable
Anyway,
is
Sir Wade
an
will know
apt
what to
choice
do
of
with 'em.
words.
And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
Then why aren't you going yourself? And I don't have to do this at all because I am a postal boy at this point. I mean, I get it, Akashic aren't exactly the friendliest of, well, can't exactly call them people about, but still. I can smoke bomb to there. Old Hill Docks, that is... I think this was closed at some point, so I'll just... Is this the bridge, the drawbridge? 3 reeds. I'll go to Eastpool later. Let's just get this out of the way. My screen is dirty. About fish. Oh, it's that bridge. Got it.
Let's go. Fly
Meow. Well then. Time to crack a few skulls.
Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
She used to be... a slave?
We've waited long enough.
Or something?
She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste. Lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try.
Now then. You first. You are sturdier than... Ah, that was the wrong one. Damn it. I honestly didn't plan to counter it. It just sort of happened. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Joink. No. Now then. That was too soon. Oh. Oh, whoops. Let's just roll with it. I think I can hit all three of them with this one. Thank you. Torgal. I deserve that. And you deserve this in return. Bork, bork, bork. Now.
So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be. I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid the Outlaw.
Sid!
Where were you during all of this?
Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade? You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner.
We used to be
This
partners.
woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bidder. She raised me like a daughter, and I did terrible things to earn her
Close enough,
favor.
right?
It wasn't all terrible. Surely. We had our fun, too. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books. Always either or. But you proved yourself a master of both. That's why I kept you for my own. How about it, my little dagger? Care to swear that blade to me again?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever. I fight for a higher cause, to liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, Master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
Where are you going?
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore. And she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is done.
All right. If you're certain.
I am. And thank you for everything. Now, I better let these bearers know that they're safe.
Are bearers even any use anymore? I mean, they should be slowly using... They should slowly be losing their ability to use magic, right? Oh well. Some time later.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly.
Yay, more mouths to feed.
Letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known.
You know now.
She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sambrek. Went quietly, or so we're told. She won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be all right.
Hope so. Suppose you should know, eh?
I don't actually. Why do I claim
yourself
to...
before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway, thanks again, Sid. The Cursebreakers would be lost without Doris. And you, of course.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Quest complete. And more nonsense for the crafting that I don't really use. Do I have the new renown thing up already?
And lumps,
Sure do. Désiré,
How may I help you today, Clive?
give me the free
Here's everything
thingy.
we've received and everything promised.
19. Jesus, fitting performance. Natalie reports an unexpected surplus in Dalamil's stores, and, as a means of showing the town's gratitude for past assistance, has expressed her distinct wish that one Lord Underhill partake in their good fortune. Yeah, you really dropped the ball on that one, Clive. It could have been. It could have been. 2,500 ability points. You simply love to see it. Ring of the Swift Shot. Speed in magic, either in firing or at charging a fireball. The Genji gloves. Oh, wow. Genji armor tends to be extremely difficult to get in Final Fantasy titles. Either being locked behind strong bosses is specific things you need to do, or hidden in areas where you need specific skills in order to actually unlock or acquire any kind of Genji weaponry, armor, what have you. Can also be a very rare steal from enemies. It's good to see this one in the game.
All done?
Now, wait,
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
did I mess up? No.
Come again. I may have more for you.
You better. I mean, I can take a look at the abilities, I just can't really do anything with them. 3k. I don't need that. I've got that, I've got that, I've got everything that I really want. Impulse is also full. I've no idea. Guess I'll try. I want to see if this supplements, or if it's. I mean, just to clear this thing, right? There we go. Now. Yeah, ignition is an actual skill. It's not something that I can add to my L2 skill, right? To this one. None matters, though. None matters. We shall save the game quickly and then continue our jumble across the world.